admitting they want lithium for that purpose.
Well, this is part of the study that Dr. Mullenix did. She's one of the world's top neurotoxicologists. When she found that if you gave fluoride to animals after they were born, they become extremely apathetic. And they become what she described as couch potatoes. They just don't have a sense of doing anything productive. If you transfer that to humans, then she found the brain level in these animals is equal to what we're seeing in humans. We're going to have a society that is going to be very difficult for people to concentrate and focus attention and to pay attention to what's going on in the world and be able to analyze it.
And look at Americans, the most intelligent, the most patents, the most aggressive. Historians worldwide wrote about us, and now we're the most slovenly and dumbed down because they've been hitting us with a chemical attack for 50 years.
Right, by destroying our educational system and at the same time doing a number on our ability to think through chemical dumbing down. That's exactly what's happening. Let me just give a couple of quotes here I think people find of interest. This fluoridation is the greatest case of scientific fraud of the century. That was a quote from a friend of mine, Robert Carton, who's a former EPA scientist, senior scientist. The second quote says, regarding fluoridation, the EPA should act immediately to protect the public, not just on the cancer data, but on evidence of bone fractures, arthritis, mutagenicity, and other effects. That was a quote from William Marcus, Ph.D., senior EPA toxicologist. So here's two of the top EPA toxicologists saying the whole fluoridation thing was a fraud to begin with, and it's extremely toxic. Now, you think that the government top scientists know that. The government knows it as well. And whoever is going through these towns doing everything they can to force the towns to fluoridate, for instance, like Governor Schwarzenegger, who made the entire state of California fluoridate their water, whether they wanted to or not. You think they don't know these same things, the effects of fluoride? The National Science Institute did a extensive study to finally answer the question, is fluoridation toxic? Their conclusion was exactly what all of us have been saying about fluoride, that it is a brain toxin, a bone toxin, an organ toxin, a cell toxin, a DNA toxin, and it bioaccumulates so that people now are getting doses that are without any question toxic. Without any question, it has neurological effects, one of which is inducing a type of apathy.
And doctor, this is an assault. This is a stealth kill, soft kill assault. These eugenicists, funded by the robber barons, who funded Planned Parenthood, abortion, everything else, they are literally brain damaging people and destroying their destiny. It is the ultimate crime. If we beat these people in the history books, it will be remembered as the greatest crime in history. Back in 70 seconds with Dr. Russell Blaylock. I'm Alex Jones.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Alex Jones here with urgent information concerning trendsresearch.com. The Trends Journal distills the voluminous ongoing research of the Trends Research Institute into a concise, readily accessible form. By tracking 300 separately defined domestic and international trends, the Trends Journal establishes the connections that others fail to see or misinterpret. Gerald Salente's Trends Journal allows you to anticipate change, recognize the implications, and take protective strategies. Individual readers from every walk of life can put the Trends Journal, Trends Forecast, and Trends Analysis to practical use. Extra information to keep you well informed throughout the year when any current event of major social, economic, or political significance occurs. Trends Journal notifies its subscribers of their implications. When you subscribe to the Trends Journal, you'll also receive Trends Alerts. Visit trendsresearch.com today. That's trendsresearch.com. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. This information is too important to wait.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Dr. Russell Blaylock is our guest. His top website is BlaylockWellnessCenter.com. BlaylockWellnessCenter.com. Spell Blaylock, B-L-A-Y-L-O-C-K, just Blay and Lock. Dr. Russell Blaylock, very successful brain surgeon, researcher, inventor of some of the most popular used brain surgery techniques out there. And we've been covering what the head EPA scientists have said. We've had the gentleman on, he mentioned. They've written letters with thousands of other scientists signing them, saying, why are you doing this? Even the American Dental Association, 4 or 5 years ago, my dad's a dentist, by the way. This was a big shock for him. He's seen the documents now and understands what's happening. Said, yeah, children under 5 don't brush their teeth with fluoride, causes dental fluorosis. Now, in fact, let me just grab it off the floor here. All over store shelves, all over the country, baby water with purified water with fluoride added. The toothpaste, everything. This is so diabolical. Dr. Blaylock, bottom line, they've gone from calling us kooks to now admitting they want to make us servile, and now they want to add lithium, and now they're mixing it in with the crops and the food. I mean, my God, these people, the point I was making is they're assaulting us. They admit they're assaulting us. We need to have, grand juries call for indictments? What do we do to stop these people?
Well, I think our only real protection is nullification. The states have got to get together and just nullify this stuff. Say we're not fluoridating anything, and we're not putting lithium in our water, and the federal government has no constitutional authority to do such a thing, and nullify it. People should read his new book by Thomas Woods on nullification. I just recently read the history of nullification, and it's our greatest protection. The states got together and ratified the Constitution with the assurance that they would retain their sovereignty and rights as guaranteed by that Constitution. Now the federal government says, no, there's no states, it's only individuals, and the majority rules. Well, if you read these articles about this lithium fluoridation, that's exactly what they said. As one of them says, as long as the negative consequences or inconveniences are relatively minor, water fortification seems to be one of those cases where the majority preference and interest should prevail. Well, here's the problem. Let's look at fluoridation again. They admit, everybody admits, and all the scientific studies admit, that there's a subgroup of people that are highly sensitive to water fluoridation toxicity. People who have chronic illnesses, people who have chronic kidney disease, people who have certain neurological diseases, pregnant women, small babies. All those are at-risk groups. Well, their view is, they're a minority, so who cares? Let them be harmed. And that's what they're saying about the lithium. Well, yeah, there's people that could be harmed, but the majority should rule. This country's not based on majority rule. If you read the Federalist Papers, there were great assurances that the Constitution protected the minority, the small groups. Yeah, democracy's two wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner. And if the government can get 100 million fluoride heads to vote to take our guns, they can't do it. But it's the outrageousness, the nakedness of this tyranny, how they're just out in the open saying, yeah, we know it doubles bone cancer in boys. Yeah, we know it's causing arthritis. We know it's causing brain damage and macular degeneration. We know it's causing organ failure. We don't care. We're liberal. We love you. They know full well they're not liberal. They're a bunch of population reductionist control freaks that need to have their butts locked up in prison. I think we need to start getting really aggressive with these people assaulting us and our families. Doctor, I'll be honest with you. Every time I look at my children and think about how much trouble I got to go to protect them from these bastards, I get really angry. And I want to talk to you about, as a man, not as a top brain surgeon, not as a scientist, but as a man with family, how this affects you. Because let me tell you something. I'm against violence, but I am for defending myself. And I'm just more and more getting sick of these people and getting red-blooded angry.
BlaylockWellnessCenter.com.
This
Stay
is
with us.
Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones asking you